Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you're new here, hey, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing, and if you're back, welcome back. Today I'm here with my month in review and recap of the month of August 2022, and I like to do these each month so that I can take just a moment to share with you my different completed projects for the month, any milestones or fun goals I've achieved, and then let's take a look at the month ahead and see what I have planned for the upcoming month. So this is for August 2022, and this will be just kind of a set of little mini post reviews of my completed projects, and I'll share my whips with you as well. So I completed 3 diamond paintings in the month of August, and I have 2 whips going into the month of September. How is it September already, by the way? And I put up 21 videos on my YouTube channel. I did take a brief little mini vacation towards the end of the month just to really soak up and enjoy the end of summer with my kiddos before they went back to school and stuff like that. And that breather, I feel like, was really, really good for me. So if you are a content creator or even just a crafter that tends to go really hard on, particular crafts or anything like that, if you find yourself able to take a breather, even if it's just a few days or a week or 2 off, I think that can be really, really good for your mind. So highly recommend, 10 out of 10. I also worked on kits for 2 different events. One was for ABs in August, which was hosted by a couple of my friends over on Instagram, Jamie, whose username is Jamie_paints, I believe, and then Kirby, who's Kirby the Diamond Painter over on Instagram. I'll link to both their profiles. But they hosted ABs in August, which was super, super fun. And then I also participated in Claws and Paws, which is actually still going on through the month of September, so it's not too late to join in on that. That's being hosted by Laura at Anxiety Art Adventures. She's on YouTube and Instagram. And then Steph, who is Drills Our Girl's best friend on Instagram. And Lazy River Wood Turning is the channel that she shares with her hubby. So anyway, those are both really fun events to participate in. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you the actual kits that I worked on. So this is my diamond painting logbook, in case you're curious. I do track all of my completed paintings and just use this as a space to write any notes that I have. And honestly, these month in review videos are where I tend to get caught up because sometimes I don't stay totally up to date with it as I'm working on the project. My goal is to make notes as I work. I think this is really helpful and nice to refer back to go, how did I feel about that project that I worked on from that one company 2 years ago? Yeah, so anyway, mine is very, very simple. Some people get very elaborate with their logbooks. I keep very simple. So anyway, little preview. The first kit that I completed in the month of August was this beauty. So it's a big one too. The title of this one is Dragon Cliff. This is by the artist Herb Leonard, and Diamond Art Club is the company that this is from. They licensed this from Herb Leonard. This is 65 by 81 centimeters, has 52 colors, and has square drills. Diamond Art Club's super shiny, sparkly, amazing quality square drills. Now, this one had lots and lots of color blocking in it, which meant that it went very quickly. And that worked out perfectly because I was actually sent this one as a sneak peek by Diamond Art Club. And I came in early enough that I was able to work on it before it actually released, before I even put up my sneak peek video. So in that sneak peek video, I was able to not only film the unboxing portion, but also include a clip at the end where I got to show off what this looked like completed and just drool over it, you guys. So what happened was that I saw this artwork and just immediately fell in love. It's really completely exactly my personal art taste, as far as it being, obviously there is a dragon, but I like this art style of dragon that is a little bit more elegant and realistic and a bit, but it just overall, this whole piece just still feels very fantastical, and there's like some whimsy to it, and I just love the vibe of this piece so much. I think that the original artwork is incredibly striking, and I am blown away by how Diamond Art Club rendered this artwork. If you happen to look in my logbook when I was showing it to you just a couple of minutes ago, you might have seen that I wrote like 3 times under the things I love section, like the render. Like, it is just out of this world. It is absolutely incredible. I think the way that they rendered the really striking lighting in this piece. Like the lighting on the castle and on the dragon. We do have a little bit of glare there, you guys. I'm telling you, these Diamond Art Club squares, they're so shiny and so sparkly. But the way that those are rendered is just breathtaking. I think it's incredible. Some of Diamond Art Club's very, very best work in those. I think that the way that the clouds are rendered are so incredibly gorgeous, like all the shades of purple and again the shading with the lighting. I think it's amazing. There's a lot of confetti in the dragon themselves and actually in the cliff that they're sitting on, but I think that it pays off wonderfully and that it looks really beautiful when finished. This kit had a lot going for it as well, just in terms of what I call the usual suspects. The canvas quality for Diamond Art Club canvases is top notch. The poured glue is amazing to work with. The drill quality, especially since they switched to making all their diamonds in-house about a year ago, their drill quality is incredible. Their rendering team is seriously second to none. Their rendering team, they hand chart every single one of the pieces that goes out the door. They are very, very intentional about everything from the size that they choose for the canvases to the number of colors to obviously the actual charting itself. And I think that it shows and it really, really pays off. This piece was really, really magical to work on. I started it on August 2nd and finished it on August 10th. It was my 87th finish ever and my 24th finish of this year. So one thing I did want to point out though is as much as I loved about everything about the rendering, one thing that I wasn't as crazy about, and I did mention this to them just for some constructive feedback, but the shading here between these two blue colors, I think that this blue and this dark blue at the top looks too stark. I think that, I don't know. I know that they don't have every single possible shade of every color available to them, but I wonder if there's something that could be done a little bit different. That's honestly, though, that's me being very nitpicky when I just am like, well, the rest of it is perfection. So I'm literally just finding like the smallest thing to notice and be like, that's not as perfect as the rest of it. So anyway, that's the one thing I did want to point out because, yes, I was sent this as a sneak peek and I'm an affiliate for Diamond Art Club, but it is super, super, super important to me that I am trying to be as authentic and honest and unbiased as possible. But of course, that relationship is there. And I do think the Diamond Art Club makes an incredible quality product. And there's a reason that I have chosen to be affiliated with them. And it's because they just are extremely consistent and make an amazing product across the board, along with licensing their artists and always striving to improve and being receptive to feedback, like all these things. So anyway, that was my first finish for the month. I'm going to shift this over to the side real quick and I'm going to pull out my next one, which I had originally intended to actually do a dedicated post review on and ended up taking a week off from YouTube instead. But this was my second finish for the month, so you'll get to take a good look at it here. This is called Carousel Horse. This is from DP with Sparklers. Did you guys know that DP with Sparklers has licensed diamond paintings? They absolutely do. The artist for this is Laura Martin, and I had a couple of people mention to me that I believe that this artist actually has a YouTube channel. So I will try to find that and link that if you'd like to check them out, but I actually had this in my stash for quite a while. I had forgotten about it because I forgot to log it in my Gems Flow app, which, side note, I often get asked about this because people are like, what's the app you use? There's an app you can use on your smartphone. I think it's probably available on like your tablet and stuff like that too. It's called Gems Flow, one word. So gems like jewels, but Gems, and then flow, like water flows. Gems Flow, one word. And you can track, I use that to track all of the diamond paintings that I have in my stash, the ones that I've worked on and completed, all those things. And it's really, really handy. So that's the name of it. I'll try to remember to list the name below, but that's how I track all my diamond paintings. I use my paper logbook just to track the paintings that I am working on. I don't put all the paintings that I own in my paper logbook, just the ones I'm working on. So yeah, anyway, back to this one. The artist on this, like I said, is Laura Martin. The name of it is Carousel Horse. It is a nice snack size at 50 by 40 centimeters and has 40 colors. including, well, it has round diamonds and then a whole lot of amazing, gorgeous special drills. So this was a kit that, like I said, I had forgotten to track in my Gems Flow app. And when I was doing my stash video the previous month, I realized, oh my gosh, I never tracked this kit. I really want to work on it because I really try to work on kits from a huge variety of different companies, especially ones that are new to me. I'd never worked on a kit from DP with sparklers before. And I was like, okay, I'm going to work on this one. Timing is perfect because of the event that I mentioned earlier that was happening in August called ABs in August, hosted by Jamie and Kirby on Instagram. So I loved pulling this one out. I started it right on August 1st. I had in my logbook that I might have started July 31st, but I think I started on August 1st because it was for the event. I must have kitted it up on the 31st of July. Anyway, I started it on August 1st, and then I put it on hold when I started working on that Diamond Art Clip kit I just showed you, Dragon Clip, because I really wanted to finish that one before the sneak peek went up. So this one went on hold for a week. And then I finished it up on August 15th. And this was my 25th finish of the year, my second finish of the month, and my 88th finish of all time. So I have people always asking, like, how many kits have you completed? So that's why I mentioned those numbers. But anyway, let me bring you a little closer here, or bring this canvas closer to you. Look at these incredible special drills. These peacock drills are amazing. I had a couple left over. They sent a couple extra of most of these special drills. So yeah, you best believe that I saved every single one of them because they're so striking. I don't know what I'll use them for. I'll find something. Look at the carousel horses. Look at the jewels in their face there. And then there's some, there's some like crystals and metallics and ABs in here. This is just chock full of gorgeous, sparkly special drills. So this was amazing to work on. It had quite a bit of confetti, so it took a little while to work up, but it really wasn't that bad. The canvas material was really nice. It laid flat really easily. It had plenty of diamonds left over, and I thought this was charted really nicely. The original artwork is totally this like fun, abstract, and just really beautiful artwork, I think, as well. So it was really fun to work on a kit that was from a new to me company. One thing that I did want to note that was pretty minor, but I still did notice, is that some of the printing for some of the symbols, particularly some of these dark ones, was a little bit tricky to read. I ultimately didn't have any trouble telling them apart, but I did find that there were certain lighting conditions that made it easier to read these symbols. Usually if there's a canvas that is a bit oversaturated or I have trouble reading the symbols, I find that rather than using a light pad which lights from below or using like a bright overhead light, neither of those tend to work very well. Honestly, it's like an indirect natural light is where I have the most luck at being able to make out symbols that are otherwise difficult to read, especially like really dark backgrounds. But it wasn't a deal breaker. This one really wasn't bad in that sense. It was just something that I noticed and is a common pitfall for some companies. So, but ultimately, you guys, this one worked up really beautifully, and I love all the special drills. You can see just how beautifully they've been charted. I feel like they enhance this painting so beautifully. So if you haven't had the chance to hop over to DP with Sparklers and check out what they have to offer as far as licensed diamond painting kits go, I highly recommend hopping over and taking a look at what they have to offer because they have a lot. They have a lot of diversity as well. So I'm definitely gonna have to go back and see what else they have at the moment and maybe pick up one or two more for my stash. It's also nice to have a smaller kit to work on as well. So that was my second finish for the month. My third finish for the month was, let me grab it, a little bit on the bigger side. And I actually just put up a full post review on this one. I'll link to it below. I recommend taking a look at that video if you want to hear me go super in depth on this one, but since I just did that a few days ago, I'm not necessarily going to rehash all of that right now. But the name of this piece is Take Care. Isn't it so adorable? This is from Oraloa. They sent it to me for review, so thank you, Oraloa. And I decided to work on it for the Claws and Paws event that my friends Laura and Stephanie are hosting, in part because I wanted to support my friends, and also because I really wanted to try out one of Oraloa's more recent kits. I had heard they'd made some updates and changes and was curious to see what these newer kits were like. So this one is from the artist Laura Philippon. It's 85 by 56 centimeters. It has 50 colors, and this one came in round diamonds. Most of their kits, I believe, Orloa offers in both round and square. I was glad this one was in round though, because it was so highly confetti heavy that it really would have taken quite a while if I had to do it in squares, because I move a bit faster when it comes to round drills. So I started this one on August 15th and finished it up on August 24th. It was my third finish of the month, my 26th of the year, and my 89th overall. I did think that some of the background, you'll hear, just to give you a super quick recap, I thought that some of the background had kind of a muddy rendering effect, but on the other hand, there were areas like our gal's face, like her skin tones, and like the kitty's face and everything, really a focal point of the whole piece. I thought those were rendered so incredibly beautifully, and I love, love, love how those were done. I thought that the drill quality was good. I liked some of the ABs, like we have some in her hair. We have some white ABs in the center of the kitty's nose and on the kitty's whiskers. I also thought that just overall this artwork was really, really, really adorable. Orloa has a lot of artwork from this particular artist, and I love so much of it. It's so, so sweet, and I just thought this was so perfect for Claws and Paws because I have a cat and has some similar like stripy markings. So I just thought this was like, oh, this hits close to home in a good way. I overall had a good experience. I would probably recommend shopping from Orloa if you see an image that you like. I would just pay close attention to what size it's coming in, and maybe take a look like on YouTube to see if or Instagram to see if someone has completed a kit that you're thinking of buying. That way you can have a sense for how it looks once it's complete. So because I think a lot of these things, like how you feel about the rendering, ends up being up to personal preference. So I thought this one was super adorable, and I was really glad to get to work on a kit from Orloa, from their newer kits, and to work on one for an event. So anyway, this was my third finish for the month, and now I get into showing you guys a couple of whips that I have going. So first I have, making some room, I have another kit from a new to me company. And this kit, you guys, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. So the name of this piece is Asleep. This is from the artist Victoria Leal, and this is from Jaded Gem Shop. Now, I didn't quite finish this before the month of August ended, and actually I got up to, I think, this section. So I had this split into rows like right here, and so I think maybe these two or these three sections here are ones that I've worked on since September started, because I'm a couple of days into September at this point. But I got pretty far into it. This has a total of 37 colors, so not very many. I got this in 60 by 60 centimeters, and I am so incredibly in love with the artist that Jade is licensing from. Jaded Gem Shop is licensing with. This artist has a ton of artwork that I'm obsessed with. As soon as I saw this piece, I was like, I am getting this one, and this is gonna be the first one I work on from Jaded Gem Shop, and I'm so excited. I'm going to get it in squares because I think that's going to suit the original artwork well. When you go to order from Jaded Gem Shop, you'll get to choose between round and square diamonds. You get to choose the size, and when you choose the size on the different listings, it should pop up, like the picture at the top should change over to be what the like estimated digital like render of that piece is going to be, and that's before it's gotten its final touch-ups, just FYI. And then for a lot of her pieces, she also offers crops, which I love. I am so intrigued by that, and I love that she's doing that. So if, like, I think this one actually was offered in crops as well, like cropped in on, I think, like the gal's face over here. I think there was like you could choose a crop of this, and then you're just diamond painting that, you know, at a given size. So I think that that is such a neat idea, and I really love that she's doing that. But I decided to get this one. This is the full image. And I am really, really, really enjoying seeing it come to life. You'll notice that there's a stark difference. Here, let me shift it this way. There's a stark difference between The printing on the canvas and the colors once the diamonds are down, that's deliberate. With her square diamond, like if you get a square drill kit from her as opposed to a round, it'll have this photo negative effect in the drill field, which I love. I think it's so much fun to see it come together. And the square diamonds cover it up completely. You're not going to see it. If you get a round diamond kit from her instead, the background printing is going to be the same as like the actual color of the artwork. But I'm enjoying seeing that come to life. I do have to say though, and I've been talking a lot with Jade about this and kind of sharing my general thoughts and feedback. This is possibly the most confetti heavy project that I've ever worked on. And that includes my cross stitch conversion projects and my kits from Diamond Painting Deutschland that have had over 200 colors each in them. One of them had 275 colors. And this feels every bit as confetti heavy, if not more so than those projects. But the difference is that this kit only has 37 colors. The confetti is done as a way of like translating the textures and the overall feel of the original artwork. Her hair over here, this whole section is pure confetti of like a dozen or 15 different colors. But I think that there really is a big difference between a kit that has over 200 colors and is very confetti heavy versus the kit that only has 37 colors and is very confetti heavy. I think it just, the way that it looks once there's diamonds down, it's just different. And I am really loving how this is turning out. But yeah, I've been talking with Jade just a lot about that and about what my experience has been because, yeah, like I think that if you're going to work on one of these kits, just depending on the artwork in particular, you really have to love confetti. Confetti is where you have lots and lots and lots of color changes in a small area. It typically takes longer to work on, but it conveys a different level, usually a much higher level of detail. And I feel like it works really beautifully for artwork in this particular style, which is very soft, and it's not muddy. It's soft and textured, very lightly textured. So, but I think, and you can tell me what you think as well, I think that it's really working up so incredibly beautifully. And I think it just is translating so gorgeously from the original artwork. So anyway, I was really excited to get to share at least a whip picture of this one with you guys. So I'm taking this one into the month of September with me because I would like to finish it, even though I am, with the month of September, otherwise diving headfirst into drills and chills. So I'm actually going to go ahead and show you and give you a really quick peek at my first project that I'm working on for drills and chills, which I have started. This is not technically a whip going into the month. It's just what my first project is going to be. But I'm going to be working on After the Rain from Diamond Art Club and the old artist Olha Darchuk. And it's so pretty, you guys. It's an older Diamond Art Club kit, and yeah, so this is sort of a whip, but mostly just a, hey, I started this on September 1st for drills and chills. I wanted to start with something that has a lot more in the way of fall vibes. But before I talk more about the month of September, I do have one other whip that I did not spend as much time on in the month of August as I was hoping to, but I wanted to show you guys anyway, and that is my cross-stitch conversion project. So I put just a little bit of work in, like just a couple thousand drills, just like a couple of rows in here, not very much at all. If you're curious, yes, I am working on a cross-stitch conversion project of I'm taking a cross-stitch chart that I purchased from Heaven and Earth Designs and turning it into a diamond painting on a blank canvas. I have a whole playlist dedicated to this, though I haven't done much beyond the initial unboxing video and the kitting up video. I know I need to do an update video for you guys, but I really thought I was going to work more on this in the month of August, and really what threw me off is that Diamond Art Club released that dragon kit that I wanted to work on as soon as it was in my hands. So this one I'm hoping to maybe take some little breaks here and there from drills and chills to spend some time on, because I want to get some time in on this project and not have it take me absolutely forever. But this is one of 8 panels. I think I'm at like, I don't even know, a few % completion tops for the whole chart, but this is just one panel. And I split it into 8. And the title of the artwork is Once Upon a Fairy Tale. It's from Amy Stewart, and It has 91 colors, I believe. And it's going to be huge, but I am loving the process of working on it. I just haven't been able to give it much time and love, but there's just a little update, because I know a lot of you guys like to know what's going on with the cross stitch conversion project. So there you go. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I should really pull this out and work on it some more. But anyway, I keep this rolled up. My materials are from Evermoment. This is poured glue and a really, really nice canvas material. And you can see that rolling it up has done absolutely no damage. Now, I always get asked about this too, when people see that I am one of those people that I will roll often, depending on the canvas and the kit, I will often roll it with the drills facing in, which I know that, like, I will tell people, and common knowledge is don't roll your canvases with the drills facing in, because then they'll pop and they'll roll off. But I tend to roll my canvases loosely. I also tend to work on kits from companies that are high quality. So it doesn't tend, oops, this piece of washi from this section fell off. I'll have to figure out where that goes, somewhere around here. Anyway, I don't tend to work on kits from companies that have problematic square drills. So that's usually not an issue. But just in case you're like, Katie, you're not supposed to roll it with the drills in. I know. Well, notice I started with the canvas side and ended on the end with the drills. But anyway, so what's coming in the month of September? Obviously, drills and chills. That is basically 99% of my brain for the months of September and October. I am hosting Drills and Chills solo. If you're not sure what Drills and Chills is, I'm going to link to the event announcement video, and that will tell you all that you need to know. Feel free to join in. You can join in anytime before October 31st, and all the details are in the announcement and the kickoff video. So I'll just point you in the direction of those rather than trying to recap it all here. But I have several kits in mind that I want to work on. Honestly, most of the kits that I have in my stash are very Halloween oriented, and I really wanted to kick off the event with at least something that was more fall and celebrating all things like fall colors and fall leaves and all that. So I thought I'll take this one out from my stash and work on this one. There's hopefully going to be lots of fun content coming. There's going to be weekly videos for Drills and Chills that you'll have to look forward to. Lots of giveaways and stuff like that. And yeah, so lots and lots of event themed canvases to come, and maybe some others when I feel like I need a little breather, but we'll see. So anyway, you guys, that is the recap for the month of August and a look ahead at what September has in store. I hope this video was fun and helpful. You could see some of the different projects I worked on and get a little recap of what those have been like, and maybe get a sense for some new companies to try out. So I'll link to all of them below and to all the kits directly on the respective companies' websites if you want to check those out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and watching along. Let me know how the month of August was for you. Did you meet any goals or finish any projects or work on any projects that you were really excited about? Feel free to share about those in the comments. I always love reading about what you guys have been working on. And let me know if you have anything fun planned for the month of September. Feel free to join us for Drills and Chills and the Festival of Witches, which is kind of our sister event. We'd love to have you for this event. So anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would absolutely love to have you here, and like this video. That also super helps me out. So anyway, guys, have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll chat with you in the next one. Bye.